Hello, good morning everyone. We are really sorry for the technical glitch. I, Gauri Varta, welcome you to the Symbiosis webinar about DS&DA, our new MBA stream, and SNAP. I would like to introduce my colleague, Neha Harish, and
Om Prakash.
And we would start right now. The next question is from Neha. She's asking, in MBA DS&DA, will there be general MBA students or only domain-specific subjects? So, hi Neha. In MBA DS&DA, it aims at preparing the students for business and techno-functional role. Therefore, a blend of general domain and specific subjects is very important. In MBA DS&DA, subjects like financial management, essential for marketing management, principle and practices of management, economics, human resource management, and corporate governance and ethics are also included.
Okay, the next question is from Radhika. She says, if I apply for MBA IT BM and MBA DS&DA, will there be a separate GIPR process for both? So, hi Radhika, there won't be a separate process. So, once you are shortlisted based on your SNAP score, you will undergo a single round of GIPR BAT. And the scores of that will be used to shortlist the candidate for the selection process.
And the next question comes from Pooja. She says, how many general seats are there for MBA Data Science and Data Analytics? Hi Pooja, there are around 30 seats for MBA Data Science and Data Analytics, out of which 22 seats are there for general category, and the rest seats are reserved.
Okay. The next question is from Jay. He's asking us, is it necessary to have a technical background to opt for MBA DS&DA? Hi Jay. No, graduate from any faculty can opt for MBA DS&DA as long as he or she has taken mathematics in its 12th standard. So maths in 12th is really important. Okay. Rest all, any graduate degree is acceptable for MBA DS&DA.
The next question is from Ojas. He says, what is the program pattern for MBA DS&DA? Hi Ojas, MBA DS&DA is a 2-year course. We have 4 semesters and industry internship after the first year.
And the next question is from Amit. He says, what are the career prospects of MBA Data Science and Data Analytics? Hi Amit. Data analytics is not only being used in environments but also in banking, finance, insurance, retail, and manufacturing. So, due to increasing demand for skill, data analytics and data scientists, many companies are looking for candidates trained in this data science and data analytics.
Priya asks, why is mathematics compulsory in standard 12 for MBA DS&DA? Priya, so while if you want to learn data analysis, the students need to be familiar with statistics and algebra, and as this forms the basis of the subject. So that is why we made it mandatory to have 12 maths compulsory.
Okay. The next question is from Harsh. What's the SNAP cutoff score and overall score needed to enroll in this program in accordance to get admitted in batch 2017? The SNAP cutoff will be decided by overall SNAP test performance of all the current batch and the performance of applicants who opted for SCIT. So basically, SNAP cutoff varies every year, as I told earlier. So keep looking for SCIT website updates. Do visit our website scit.edu.
And the next question is from George. He says, since this program is newly introduced, will the students be getting placement assistance? Yes, George. Placement assistance will be provided to the student of MBA Data Science and Data Analytics. Interest has been generated for this program among the companies who visit SCIT for placements.
The next question is from Jyoti. She asks, what kind of hands-on tools do students work on in MBA DS&DA? Hi Jyoti, the curriculum will contain the use of tools that are the latest industry standards. Tools such as Python, Hadoop, R, IBM Watson, Tableau. You get an opportunity to get hands-on exposure on all these tools as a part of MBA DS&DA.
Okay. The next question is from Apurva. She is asking, what's the program recognition when compared to other MBA programs? Okay. Apurva, I would like to tell you that MBA ITBM is a great program focused for IT, but it has value across all sectors. So there is a great demand in the market for data scientists and experts in this field. Data analytics is being used not just in IT domain, but other domains such as banking, finance, then retail, manufacturing, healthcare. Okay, sensing the opportunities available in the field of data science, SCIT has introduced MBA DS&DA. This program would be a complete 2-year program, and students will have a techno-managerial edge over any other MBA graduate in this country.
And we have a next question from Devika, and she asks how to register for SNAP 2016 test. Hello guys, you can register online on our website snaptest.org till November 22nd, 2016. While filling the form, please make sure that you upload all the latest scanned copies and fill in the exact information, accurate information. And payment can be done after the registration, and it should be done before November 25th for the SNAP exam.
So we have a question from Abhishek. He says, what are the career prospects of MBA DS&DA? So Abhishek, data analytics is being used not just in IT domain, but in all other domains such as BFSI, retail, healthcare, and manufacturing. So due to increase in demand for skill sets for data analysts and data scientists, we do have a wide domain to look out for and many opportunities. And domain studies will be included in your curriculum at SCIT for MBA DS&DA.
Okay. Now we are getting few queries about SNAP. So Pooja is asking us that when will be the SNAP 2016 test would be conducted. So hi Pooja, SNAP 2016 would be conducted on 18th of December. It's from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's in 32 cities. So you can opt for any nearby city.
And the next question is from Priya. She says, what should be the strategy for attempting SNAP? Hi Priya, as SNAP is a time-oriented exam, you have to complete 150 questions in 120 minutes. Main focus should be on attempting your strong areas and focus on speed and accuracy.
The next question is from Anil. He asks, what is the test structure for SNAP 2016? So Anil, it is a 150 marks paper, 40 questions on general English, which include reading comprehension, verbal reasoning, verbal ability. Then there is 40 questions for quantitative, data interpretation and data sufficiency. Then you have 30 questions on current affairs and 40 questions on analytical and logical reasoning. So overall 150 marks, and that is the standard. And you have 120 minutes to answer these questions. The next question is similar. Will there be negative marking in the test? So hi Amit. Yes, there is negative marking in SNAP. So a wrong answer attracts 25% negative marks.
And the next question is from Neha. She says, is there any time limit allotted to each section? No, Neha. There is no any specific time limit allotted to each section. You can strategize and attempt the paper to score your maximum.
The next question is from Jay. Jay is asking us the topics that are asked in quantitative analysis in SNAP. I would like to tell you that in geometry, lines, angles, triangles, sphere, rectangle, cube, and cone. So this is what we are expecting in geometry section. So basic geometry from your books of 8th standard to 10th standard, if you revise that and brush up it thoroughly, it's good to go. Apart from geometry, we have the ratios and proportion, percentage, in equations, quadratic, linear, then we have profit and loss, average, time, speed, distance, work and time, number system, and everyone's favorite, probability and permutation combination. These all topics in quant you have to brush up thoroughly to score good in SNAP.
And the next question is from Akshay. He says, what is the eligibility criteria for SNAP test? Hi Akshay, graduate from any recognized statutory university or institute with a minimum of 50% marks can apply. And programs which require specific discipline and subject specializations need to be checked for eligibility as given by the respective institute.
We have a query from Abhishek. He says, how will the final shortlist be calculated? So Abhishek, the final merit list will be calculated after giving different weightages for the different scores. So your first attempt, you will be giving a snap exam. So at that point, your snap score out of 150, it will be scaled down to 50. That will be considered. Then secondly, your personal interview, if you get shortlisted. So that is out of 30 marks. Then your group exercise, which is out of 10 marks, and your written ability test, which is for 10 marks again. So in total, there will be 100 marks that you will be evaluated on, and your performance will be rated out of this 100, and depending on your score, you will be shortlisted for admission at SCIT.
The next question is from Harsh. He's asking us the difficulty level of SNAP. We have spoke about the topics, GK, verbal, ability and quant, but about the difficulty level, SNAP test is evenly distributed and it has medium difficulty questions, few difficult questions, and rest all simple questions. So medium difficulty, the key here is speed. Do not waste time on questions that take more time to solve. Focus on the questions which you are able to solve and try to finish off paper quickly. Since there is negative marking of 25%, try not to guess and try to attempt the questions you are sure of. That's the key for SNAP.
And I want to take the next question from Dhruv. He says, what is the last date for registration for SNAP list 2016? Hi Dhruv, last date for registration is November 22nd, 2016, and the last date for payment is 25th November 2016. So the last date for each institute varies respectively.
We have a question from Lekha. She writes, how do I practice for SNAP test? So, hi Lekha. So, you have to first cover up the syllabus for verbal, quant, data interpretation, and general knowledge. So, try and prepare this syllabus and from books such as R.S. Agarwal and other quantitative analysis books, and for GK, refer to question papers and websites for current affairs. Then prepare and practice the syllabus first, and then try and solve question papers and give mock exams. This will greatly help you. Giving your mock exams familiarizes you with the paper pattern, and it will boost your confidence as well.
I would like to take up a question from Mamata Kadole. She has been asking us about the fee structure. Mamata, for the fee structure, you have to visit our website scit.edu. There is detailed fee structure given. The fee would vary from last year to this year very slightly, but the fee structure is same for every year. So you can visit our website scit.edu.
I have a next question from Paul. He says, what are the topics to prepare for current affairs? Hi Paul, there are no particular topics to prepare for current affairs, but keeping track of last 2 years current affairs would help. And as said by my colleague Neha, please go through the last year papers and practice some mock question papers. That will really help you in cracking this exam.
The next question is from Momi. He says, when will the results of SNAP be out? So the SNAP results for 2016 will be out on January 9, 2017.
The next question is from Purva. Purva is asking us that is there any sectional cutoff for SNAP? No, Purva, there is no sectional cutoff in SNAP, but every institute will have its own overall cutoff for shortlisting the students. So your entire SNAP score would have a cutoff for individual Symbiosis institute, no sectional cutoff.
And I have a next question from Isha. She says, I don't have any online banking account. Can I pay through demand draft? Yes, Isha, we do have visibility to pay through demand draft. You can get a demand draft from any nationalized bank in favor of Symbiosis Test Secretariat payable at Pune. Choose the mode of payment as DD payment in Make Payment tab. Take a print of the payment advice form, fill in the DD details, and send it along with the DD to Symbiosis Test Secretariat only at Symbiosis International University. And please note that Symbiosis Test Secretariat will not be responsible for any non-delivery or delay in the part of courier and postal services.
The next query is from Abdul. He says, will the SNAP test be conducted on a single day, and can we schedule a date? Yeah, so you cannot schedule your date. There is a fixed time. So we fix the date on 18th December. Everyone has to give the test on that day. There is no slot booking. Snap test will be conducted on a single day, that is 18th December, and you cannot schedule your date.
Okay. The next question is from Roshan. He's asking us that is SNAP 2016 an online test or a paper-based test? So Roshan, SNAP 2016 is a paper-based test where answers will be marked by the students in an OMR sheet. Okay. I hope this session has been informative, and till now we have been able to answer all your queries. We are taking a quick break of 5 minutes and we'll be back at 12:20 sharp. Welcome back. I would like to start with another question. This question is from Rohan. Rohan is asking what is the eligibility criteria for NRI students to apply? Here at Symbiosis, we welcome students from other than India. We welcome foreign students. So there are special criteria for NRI students. The candidate is eligible to apply as a non-resident Indian, that is NRI, if he or she has appeared either for 10 plus 2 or equivalent to Indian 10 plus 2 examination or graduation outside India. It is mandatory for one of the two qualifying examinations to be given for the outside India students.
The next question is from Smita. Smita says, when is the last date for payment of SNAP test? Hi Smita, ideally the payment should be made after registering for SNAP. But if you haven't already done that, you can complete the payment anytime before 25th November. 25th November is the last date for payment, and 22nd November is the last date for registration of SNAP.
I have a question from John. He says, what is the time duration for SNAP test? Hi John, SNAP test is an objective test, and the time duration for this test will be 120 minutes. In this 120 minutes, you should be able to answer 150 questions with 4 sections each. And GK, this time GK being for 30 marks and the rest of 40 each.
Okay. The next question is from Jeet. Jeet is asking, is there any donation seat available for admission? No, sorry Jeet. Every student is urged to know that no donation or capitation fee is required to be paid for admission to any of the Symbiosis institutes. Students are cautioned against falling prey to any such assurance offered by any individual or outside agency.
Our next question is from Gauri. She said, what is the eligibility criteria to apply for SNAP? Hi Gauri. Any graduate from any recognized university or institute with a minimum of 50% marks, and for SC and ST category people, it is 45% marks. They can apply. And programs which require specialization in particular subject need to be checked for eligibility, and it varies from different institutes. For example, in MBA DS&DA, we have compulsory master's standard 1, so that becomes eligibility criteria for MBA DS&DA.
And I have a question from Jason. What he says is, I had done a mistake in filling the form. Will it be a problem if I repeat? Hi Jason, as the last date for registration is 22nd, any changes in the application form will be entertained till the last date of registration, that is November 22nd. And here, after November 22nd, at any circumstance, we will not allow any changes in the application.
I would like to take a question by Swapnil Prabhar. Swapnil is asking us that may I know how SCIT is more preferable as compared to other institutes? Swapnil, I'll be speaking about SCIT since this webinar is all about SCIT. So SCIT is basically a blend of technical and managerial skills. It provides you with a course of MBA ITBM, that is IT Management, and our new course is MBA DS&DA, that is Data Science and Data Analytics. These both are 2-year MBA courses, full-time MBA courses. How would it differ from other courses? It's about the specialization. So if you are really keen to go in IT and take up managerial roles, SCIT is the place for you. For further details, please log into our website, that is scit.edu.
We have a question from Leah. She says, how do I prepare for verbal reasoning and verbal ability? So, Leah, first you need to increase your reading. That really greatly helps if you want to improve your vocabulary and improve your verbal ability. And you can give the test better. This is being observed. So, read more newspapers, try and improve your reading by reading more books. And apart from that, please go through the question papers, the previous year papers, and give mocks. The more mock tests that you give, the more confidence builds up.
I have a question from Arshi. She says, we have to register multiple times per SNAP, depending upon the colleges I'm registering for. Hi Arshi, no, you don't have to register multiple times. You can register once and you can select the institute as per your wish and interest, and you can register for that particular institute.
Next question is from Nas. She is asking us that is the institute program fee refundable? So I would like to tell you that now the SNAP registration fee is rupees 1500 and the institute program registration fee is 1000 rupees. So per program, this fee is refundable but not transferable. So if you apply for a program in particular college, you cannot, this fee cannot be transferred to any other program. And SNAP registration fee is not refundable.
We have a question from Divya. She asked, when will the SNAP results be declared? Okay, so Divya, the SNAP results will be out on Jan 9, 2017. And you can visit snaptest.org and the dates and the results will be available.
I have a question from Arjun. He says, I want to know if I can apply for corresponding course in DS&DA. Hi Arjun, we are very sorry to inform you that Symbiosis Center for Information Technology doesn't provide any correspondence course, but rather we have two full-time MBA courses, ITBM and Data Science and Data Analytics, which are fully residential, and all these courses are totally residential, and Symbiosis Center for Information Technology doesn't provide any distance correspondence course in MBA.
I have a question from Pooja. She said, what is the qualification criteria for SCIT? I mean, how much grades are needed to in your previous studies to apply for SCIT? So, Pooja graduates from any recognized institute in India with 50% marks in graduation and 45% for SC and ST category people are eligible to apply for SCIT. People with engineering background and IT background are preferred. The SNAP test score will be used to shortlist students, and these students who are shortlisted after the SNAP test will be called for a group discussion and personal interview rounds, and after which the merit list will be held.
The next question is from Isha. She is asking us whether MBA ITBA is a degree or diploma. I would like to tell you, Isha, that all courses offered by Symbiosis Center for Information Technology are degree courses, and our new MBA with DS&DA, that is also a degree course.
And I have a question from Maria. She says, can I pay cash in any of the bank and start my registration process? Yes, Maria. You can select the option of payment to Axis Bank or Indian Bank and take the printout of this challan. Normally, this challan consists of three parts. You can pay 1,500 rupees in cash and take two parts of the challan. One is with you, one is for you, and the other with Symbiosis copy. You should send it to collection center at Symbiosis International University. The same details of mailing will be present in snaptest.org. And please note that any delay in courier or non-delivery of postal services will not, Symbiosis Test Secretariat will not be responsible for all these things.
There's a question from Raja. Is there any order in attempting the SNAP exam? Hi, there is no such rule that you have to attempt a certain section first or anything. You have the ability to choose your strength and attempt that first, and then move on to the more tough section. And you have to manage your time well and tackle the paper. there is no particular rule in which you need to approach this exam. You have the freedom to select your strengths and weaknesses and then apply for SNAP test.
Okay. There is one question from Ash. He's asking us that what are the placement aspects and prospects about data science and specialization. So hi Ash, I would like to tell you that there is a variety of roles available for data science and specialization as well as MBA DS&DA. The roles would include data scientist, data architect, data science consultant, business analyst, and the domains would vary from banking and finance, retail, healthcare, consumer behavior analysis, and business process analysis would be another few aspects of the job prospects you can be expecting from data science or DS&DA.
Here is a question from Raghu. He says, I don't have mathematics as prerequisite in 12. Can I apply for MBA DS&DA? No, Raghu. We have mathematics as prerequisite for MBA data science and data analytics. So we are very sorry to inform you that we take only students with mathematics background in 12th standard.
Swapnil, there's a question from Swapnil. He asked, can BA background students join DS&DA program? Hi Swapnil. In Bachelor's of Arts, you have the option to have maths as a subject. So in case you've taken maths till your 12th standard, you are eligible to apply for DS&DA. So you can. BA students are allowed as long as they have maths till 12th.
The next question is from Shreya. She's asking us that is the last day for registration for individual college same as the SNAP test? No, it's not the same last date for registration. It varies from college to college. As far as Symbiosis Center for Information Technology, that is SCIT, is concerned, 25th November is the last date.
I have a question from Aditya, and he says, what is the weightage of GK section in SNAP paper? Hi Aditya, GK section will consist of 30 marks out of 150 total marks per SNAP exam, and the total time you will have is 120 minutes, and you need to answer 150 questions in this 120 minutes.
I would like to add to Swapnil's question, the earlier question that he asked that if BA background students are allowed for DS&DA. So BA student is allowed for DS&DA and as long as we have maths. But for SCIT ITBM course, you don't need maths to stand at 12. So even without the maths, you're eligible for an IT business management course.
The next question is from Ganesh. He's asking us that is there any order in attempting the section while writing the exam? No, Ganesh, there is no such rule. The candidate may attempt any section in any order. Basically, it's a paper-friendly test, so you will get the entire set of question paper at one go. You can start with any question. If you are stuck with a particular question, you can move to next question. Leave that question. If time permits, you can come back. Try to attempt as many questions as possible, and try not to guess. Since there is a negative marking, try to answer the questions of which you are very sure about the answers. All the best for your SNAP.
I have a question from Ravi. He says, what are the focus topics for general knowledge section? Hi Ravi, there are no particular topics to prepare for general knowledge, but keeping track of 2 years current affairs would help. And as we already said, prepare for some mock papers and it will really help you for cracking the SNAP.
We have a question from Dhruv. He asked about the registration detail for SNAP 2016 test. Okay, so Dhruv, you can register online on our website, that is snaptest.org, and the form has been opened on 22nd August 2016 and it will be open till 22nd November 2016. The last date for filling form is 22nd November, but the last date for the payment is 25th November. You need to upload your latest scanned colored passport size photo and ensure that the information you fill is accurate. Payment has to be made in order to complete your registration. So take note of that.
The next question is from Priya. Very good question, very important. She's asking about the SNAP structure. You can visit our website for SNAP structure, but I would like to elaborate as well. There would be 40 questions on general English, which includes reading comprehension, verbal reasoning, verbal ability. I'll repeat. Section 1, 40 questions on general English, which includes reasoning, comprehension, and verbal ability. The section 2 is quantitative. In this section, you have data interpretation and data sufficiency. There will be 40 questions in section 2. It's on quantitative, data interpretation, and data sufficiency. Section 3, there are 30 questions on current affairs. 30 questions on current affairs of last 2 years. The section 4 would be 40 questions on analytical and logical reasoning. I would like to tell you that if you brush up your quantitative skills from even from your school books, that is more than enough. You can refer to R.S. Agarwal for quants. And for general knowledge, refer newspapers and websites of multiple newspapers. Go to their archive section, browse through last 2 years news. That will help you a lot. For English, you can read aloud, take a para every day and try and read loud. That would increase your vocabulary as well. And for verbal reasoning, you can refer to books as well.
I have a question from John. He says, can you please elaborate on the topics on quantitative ability? Hi John, you can prepare topics from geometry such as lines, angles, triangles, spheres, rectangles, cubes, and cones, and ratios, ratio and proportions, and a bit of percentages in equations, quadratic and linear equations, algebra, profit and losses, and problems on time, speed, and distance, and basics. You should have strong basics and do some mock papers. This will really help you in cracking that, and even try to improve your speed as SNAP is time-based exam. You need to solve 150 questions within 120 minutes. So practice increases with your speed and focus on your basics. This will really help you.
Again, there is a question about sectional cutoff of SNAP. As I told earlier, there is no sectional cutoff in SNAP. Okay, there are 4 sections in SNAP. You can attempt any section in any particular order. There would be overall scoring for your SNAP test. So, no sectional cutoff.
We have a question from Neha. She asked us, when will the SNAP 2016 test be conducted? Hi Neha, the SNAP 2016 is going to be conducted on 18th December 2016. And it will be between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. and it will be conducted in 30 cities.
And questions are kind of repeating, and I have a question from Dhoni. She says, is the last date of registration for colleges, that is institutes, and SNAP the same? Hi Dhoni, no. The last date for each institute varies, but the last date of registration for SNAP is 22nd, and the last date of payment will be 25th, and the same payment will be different for different institutes, whereas the registration will be closing on 27th.
Okay. We have another question from Devika. She's asking us how to register for SNAP 2016. Hello Devika. You can register online on our website, that is snaptest.org. The registration has already started from August 22nd. It would be open till 22nd of November. While filling the form, upload your latest scanned colored passport size photo. Ensure that the information you have filled is accurate. Payment has to be made to complete the registration process using payment gateway of your choice.
We have a question from Swapnil. He's asking, is there static GK in SNAP? Yes, Swapnil, there will be few questions that is static in GK, like history and like way back what we studied in school, probably history of India and economics and current affairs that are being static. And apart from that, there will be a section which is focusing on the current affairs.
I would like to tell you, Swapnil, that static questions would be very less in number. The major focus would be on current affairs of last 2 years. So if you are done with that, then you are good to go for SNAP. So don't worry about static GK much. Focus on last 2 years current affairs.
And we have a question from Nisha. She says, is there, it's a kind of repetitive question, is there any time limit for each section SNAP? No, Nisha, there is no time limit for each section. You can strategize as per your wish and try to maximize your score in SNAP.
I think people are really worried about their quant section because I'm getting repeated questions about quant in the paper. So for quant and mathematics, I would like to tell you we have geometry. In geometry, please go through and brush up your skills about lines, angles, triangles, spheres, rectangle, cube, and cone. You must be aware of the questions, find the volume or find the area and rate for this area, questions like that. So that would come under geometry. For algebra, ratio proportions, percentage, inequalities, quadratic and linear equations, profit and loss, average, time, speed, distance, work and time, number systems, and permutation, combination, and probability. These are the topics which you have to cover for your mathematics in SNAP.
We have a question again. This is for MBA DS&DA from Jason, who's asking, since this program MBA DS&DA is a newly introduced program, will the students get placement assistance? Hi Jason, SCIT placements and will provide placement assistance for MBA DS&DA students, and since it is it's a booming career and a booming sector, so we've already generated interest among the companies that are coming to SCIT to hire. So placement assistance will be provided to all students for MBA DS&DA. You don't have to know that.
We have a question from Ajay. He says, do I have to register multiple times for SNAP depending upon the colleges I'm registering? No, Ajay, you can just register once for SNAP, and depending upon your interest on institutions, you can register for that particular institution. But for SNAP, it's only once, and payment will be once, and payment will differ from institute to institute, and it's totally depending upon your interest. You can apply for the institutions.
There is a query about data science course, its fee structure and program details. So I would like to tell you that MBA DS&DA, that is data science and data analytics, is a 2-year course with total of 4 semesters and industry internship after the first year. Graduate from any faculty can opt for MBA DS&DA as long as he or she has taken mathematics in 12 standards. 4 subjects covered will include network security, data mining, programming of data sciences, and many more. MBA DS&DA aims at preparing the students from business as well as techno-functional role. Therefore, it's a blend of general domain specific subjects and technical subjects. In MBA DS&DA, subjects like financial management, marketing management, principle and practices of management, managerial economics are also covered.
Radhika is asking a question about the number of seats that are available for MBA DS&DA. So Radhika, for MBA DS&DA, we have 30 seats, and out of these 30 seats, we have 22 seats for open camp.
And we have a question from Anand. He says, why is mathematics compulsory for MBA data science and data analytics? Hi Anand, to learn data analytics, students should be familiar about statistics and algebra as they form the basis for this course. So we kept mathematics as prerequisite in 12th standard. I hope this answers your question.
Swapnil is asking us that may I know after completion of MBA from SCIT, do I have any abroad placements for the same? So Swapnil, I would like to tell you, placements are very subject to the candidate and his or her ability to perform. There are few opportunities, but not everybody can get placed abroad. There are students who have done that this year and last year, but it's up to the candidate that how he or she performs, and the rest of the placement assistance is provided by the campus. And details of placement stats you can find on our website.
There's a question from Vidya. What is the time duration for SNAP test? So, Vidya, for SNAP test 2016, the time duration is 120 minutes. So you have 150 marks and you need to cover it up in 120 minutes. So you need to focus on accuracy and managing your time.
And I have a question from Mayank. He says, what is the last date for applying to data science and data analytics in SCIT? Hi Mayank, the last date for registration is not yet decided. Like for individual institutes, we'll be giving, and it's for SNAP, it is 22nd November, and for payment of fees, it's 25th November.
Okay. I would like to conclude by saying that we have tried to answer as many queries as possible in the stipulated time. If you have any further queries, please feel free to reach out to us on our SCIT website query portal. You can write down your queries at scit.edu portal. You can reach out to us on Facebook, Pagal Guy and Shiksha. Do reach out to us for any queries regarding SNAP, our new MBA program, DS&DA, or our MBA program, MBA ITBM. Feel free to reach out to us. I hope this webinar was helpful and we tried to answer as many queries as possible. Thank you so much and all the best for your SNAP.